news can keep up. At Adaba FM, we'll not only give you news at the speed of nanosecond, but we'll also break it down with up-to-date analysis, informed opinions, and distinct professionalism. That's why you love us. Adaba 88.9 FM, your go-to station.
It's 3 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Adeola Adekunle with Adaba News at 3. In the news, President Tinubu suspends humanitarian minister over alleged 585 million naira scandal. Lawmakers earmark fresh 30 billion naira for National Assembly renovation. Supreme Court affirms Hyacinth Alia as Benue State Governor.
This is the news.
President Bola Tinubu has suspended the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Dr. Betta Edu, from office with immediate effect over an alleged 585 million naira scandal in the ministry. Special Advisor on Media and Publicity to President Tinubu, Ajuru Ngelale, in a statement, says it is in line with the President's avowed commitment to uphold the highest standards of integrity, transparency, and accountability in the management of the Commonwealth of Nigerians. The President also directs the Executive Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, to conduct a thorough investigation into all aspects of the financial transactions involving the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, as well as one or more agencies thereunder. Meanwhile, former Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Sadia Umar Farouk, has arrived at the office of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, to offer clarifications concerning our stewardship. Farouk arrived at the headquarters of the EFCC to honor the invitation by the Anti-Graft Agency to offer clarifications in respect of some issues that the Commission is investigating. The former minister had earlier failed to honor the invitation of the Anti-Graft Agency on the alleged laundering of 37.1 billion naira during her tenure. However, she wrote a letter to apologize to the Commission over her failure to honor its invitation. The Supreme Court has ruled that the federal government has exclusive control over activities on the nation's inland waterways, including levying and licensing operators in the sector. The Apex Court held that it was wrong, unlawful, and illegal for states to seek to control the sector and impose levies on businesses operating in the nation's inland waterways. The judgment was given on the appeal filed by the National Inland Waterways Authority, the Minister of Mines and Steel Development, and the Minister of Transport. Respondents to the appeal were the Lagos State Waterways Authority, the State's Commissioner for Waterfront Infrastructure Development, the State's Attorney General, the Governor of Lagos State, the Incorporated Trustees of the Association of Tourist Boat Operators and Water Transportation of Nigeria, and the Incorporated Trustees of Dredgers Association of Nigeria. Now, lawmakers have budgeted an additional 30 billion naira for the renovation of the National Assembly complex in the 2024 appropriation bill. The 30 billion naira earmarked for the renovation of the building was part of the 344.85 billion naira budgeted for the National Assembly after they raised their allocations from 197.93 billion naira. The Senate President Godswill Akpabio, on June the 30th, 2023, declared that Tinubu would in December last year inaugurate the 30 billion naira different ongoing projects at the National Assembly. The additional 30 billion naira brings to 60 billion naira the amount being spent on the renovation of the National Assembly complex. You're listening to Adaba News at 3 on 88.9 FM Akure, transmitting from Ilaramoki. After the break, Supreme Court affirms Hyacinth Alia as Benue State Governor. Please stay tuned.
Achievers College of Nursing Sciences is now in Akure. We are pleased to announce that the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria has approved the establishment of Achievers College of Nursing Sciences situated at Kilometer 2, Ado-Owo Road, Ijapu Housing Estate, Akure, Ondo State. The college, which is an affiliate of Achievers University, Owo, Ondo State, now invites application from qualified candidates for the 2023-2024 academic session admission. Candidates must possess at least 5 O-level credits in English, mathematics, physics, chemistry, and biology in not more than 2 sittings, and must have obtained a minimum score of 150 at the 2023 UTME with the same correct subject combination. Interested applicants can obtain application forms from the registry of the college at Akure at a cost of 10,000 naira. Screening of applicants holds daily, Monday to Friday, between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. at Achievers College of Nursing Sciences, Kilometer 2, Ado-Owo Road, Ijapu Housing Estate, Akure, Ondo State. Call 0703-826-4197 or 803-222-9522.
The news on Adaba 88.9 FM.
Glad to have you back for news update and live streaming. Visit our website www.adaba889.fm or download Adaba FM app on Google Play Store. You can be part of us on our social media platforms www.facebook.com/AdabaFM88.9 on Facebook, at Adaba889FM on Instagram and X, and Adaba FM TV on YouTube. You can provide us information via email newsroom@adaba889.fm. Until the rest of the bulletin, the 6th Division Nigerian Army says it destroyed 233 illegal refineries in the Niger Delta region, while 112 suspects were arrested in 2023. The General Officer commanding 6th Division Nigerian Army Land Component Commander, Joint Task Force, South Operation Delta Safe, Major General Jamal Abdusalam, gave the figures while enumerating the achievements recorded by the division last year. Reports say there has been a heightened onslaught against oil theft in the country following an ultimatum given to the service chiefs in June by President Bola Tinubu. Speaking during the 6th Division Combined West African Social Activities at the 29th Battalion Parade Ground, Port Harcourt, the GOC said the military also impounded 72 trucks and vehicles and recovered 356 arms and ammunition last year. Efforts by the air and ground components of Operation Adding-Kai to clear the northeast of remnants of terrorists within the northeast region of Nigeria have continued to record series of successes. One of such successful operations occurred at Parisu after terrorists were for days observed moving items suspected to be weapons and ammunition to the area. Spokesman of Air Force Air Vice Marshal Edward Gapquet said Parisu, a location near Sambisa Forest, was once a terrorist enclave deserted after own troops had cleared the area of terrorist activities. Gapquet noted that the convergence of terrorists within the location raised suspicion of their intent and plan, hence the directive to strike the location. The aftermath of the strikes led to a huge ball of flames from 2 adjacent spots within the vicinity, while some surviving terrorists were observed scampering for safety. The presiding pastor of All Christian Fellowship Ile Idalare, Ondo City, Prophetess Olubumi Babatunde Ayabajesu has described Adaba FM as a department of God, which provides an avenue for expressions that gives voice to the voiceless. Prophetess Ayabajesu made this expression during the first edition of Adaba FM prayer meeting. Adaba FM's Adigboye Galani has the details.
It was a moment of divine impactation on Monday as Adaba FM held its 2024 first edition of prayer meeting. The program was held in an atmosphere of joy and celebrations. Guest minister, Prophetess Olubumi Babatunde Ayabajesu of All Christian Fellowship Center, Ondo City, spoke on the topic, agenda. She reiterated that no man can do without God in fulfilling respective agenda.
Can we really do without God? The answer is no. Number one is this: when God was creating everything, He speak to water, speak to the land, speak to everywhere. But when it is time to create us, God spoke to Himself. So if we decide to do without God, it's like bringing fish out of the water. I will know the meaning of that. It's like renouncing our source. We can't do without God. If we are without God, we are dust, but dust.
Prophetess Ayabajesu added that wisdom of God is needed in carrying out productive agenda.
In the agenda of God, we all need the wisdom of God. That is why there is no institution without an head. Anointing flows from the head, and the name of that anointing is wisdom. When the head is anointed, every department in the body will feel the anointing.
On his part, General Manager Adaba FM, Sir Martins Ayola, said there is joy in starting anything with God. He urged members of staff never to relent in discharging positively in their respective departments so as to have a productive and fulfilling 2024.
Let us put in more effort. This year calls for greater responsibility from everybody in terms of our output, in terms of how we conduct ourselves, in terms of even our relationship with outsiders. And it's only a lazy person that will be complaining about the tools he or she is working with. Make do with whatever is given to you and make the best out of it.
Adaba FM prayer meeting is a covenant between God and the station, and it comes every first Monday of the month. The next prayer meeting will come up on February 5th, 2024. Adigboye Galani, reporting for Adaba FM News.
As the world marked World Braille Day on January the 4th, Jehovah's Witnesses are having 100 years of published Bibles in Braille literature in more than 50 languages to help blind and those who have low vision. According to World Health Organization, over 2.2 billion people who are blind or have low vision in the world. Jehovah's Witnesses have embarked on production of Braille starter kits in Igbo, Efik, Yoruba, and Pidgin languages, which is part of efforts to assess and meet the demands of blind and visually impaired. Jehovah's Witnesses also produced a workbook with a kit titled Learn to Read Braille, which was designed for sighted persons and blind people to use the tools to emboss Braille characters and memorize it. The literature for the people who are blind or have low vision is available in several languages and formats like audio file, large print, Braille, and electronic files. The election of Governor Asif Alia of Benue State has been upheld by the Supreme Court. The governor, who won under the All Progressives Congress, defeated the governorship candidate of the PDP, Title Suba. The Governorship Election Petition Tribunal and the Court of Appeal in Abuja had affirmed the election of Alia as governor of Benue State. Uba was not pleased with the judgment, approached the Supreme Court for redress. Sports. President Bola Tinubu, in a clear commitment to sports development, has approved payment for backlog of outstanding allowances due to the national teams and coaches of various sports, totaling about 12 billion naira. Minister for Sports Development, Senator John Owan Eno, who disclosed this while speaking to newsmen, noted that no president of the country has shown the level of commitment displayed by President Tinubu in the development of sports in the country. Owan Eno said the senior national team and other national teams had a backlog of unpaid allowances, unpaid promises, and all of that piling up close to about 12 billion naira. He challenged the Super Eagles ahead of the Africa Cup of Nations AFCON 2023, adding that the whole country would be waiting in anticipation of the outcome of their matches from the Continental Fiesta. And now to end, Adaba News at 3, a recap of our top stories. President Bola Tinubu has ordered a comprehensive inquiry into the alleged 585 million naira scandal in the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation. Lawmakers have budgeted an additional 30 billion naira for the renovation of the National Assembly complex in the 2024 appropriation bill. The election of Governor Asif Alia of Benue State has been upheld by the Supreme Court. That's Adaba News at 3. It was edited by Patience Ibe. I'm Adeola Adekunle. Thank you for listening. Good afternoon.